What if the real you lives in another reality? 7 profound signs that a parallel version of you is reaching out, and how to align with it, with insights inspired by Carl Jung. Have you ever felt that your life is just a fragment of something far greater? That somewhere beyond the borders of your known reality, another version of you exists? One who chose differently, lived boldly, and perhaps even fulfilled the purpose you've only begun to sense? What if those subtle feelings, strange dreams, déjà vu moments, and powerful intuitions are not just internal mysteries, but messages from that parallel version of you? This isn't fantasy. It's a concept that blends quantum science and depth psychology, especially the work of Carl Jung, who believed the human psyche extends far beyond the conscious mind. Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, a vast field of shared symbols, dreams, and archetypes that connect us across time, space, and perhaps even across realities. Today we explore 7 powerful signs that a parallel version of you is trying to connect, and how to receive that wisdom so you can realign with your highest timeline. 1. Déjà vu, memories from a life you might have lived. You walk into a room and suddenly feel like you've been there before. The air feels familiar, the moment oddly precise. You can almost predict what will happen next, and then it does. Déjà vu, from Jung's perspective, could be more than a psychological phenomenon. It may reflect what he called individuation, the unfolding of your true self through layers of experience and unconscious memory. But what if that memory is from another you? Many believe déjà vu occurs when the veil between timelines temporarily fades, allowing you to access a memory not from your current life, but from a parallel self who's already lived that moment. In that instant, your consciousness aligns with a higher version of you, one whose wisdom echoes across dimensions. Don't ignore these moments. They are awakenings. 2. Synchronicities, Jung's gateway between realities. Carl Jung coined the term synchronicity to describe meaningful coincidences that defy logic but strike the soul. You're thinking about an old friend, and they text you. You contemplate a career shift, and that exact opportunity appears in your feed. Jung believed these weren't accidents, but manifestations of the unconscious aligning with external reality, a kind of psychic bridge. From a multidimensional view, these synchronicities may be signs from a parallel self, guiding you toward a life path they've already walked. When these moments happen repeatedly, they're not just suggestions, they're nudges from the universe, or from another you. Recognizing synchronicities and acting on them is like tuning into a radio station where your higher self is broadcasting constantly. You just have to listen. 3. Dreams and lucid journeys, visiting other selves at night. Jung devoted much of his work to dreams. He saw them not only as reflections of the personal unconscious, but also as messages from the collective unconscious, a vast dimension where archetypes and hidden truths reside. But what if dreams are also doorways to alternate timelines? Have you ever dreamt of a place you've never seen, but it feels like home? Or met people in dreams who feel more real than those in waking life? You may be slipping into the lived experience of another you, a version existing in a parallel realm. Lucid dreams, where you become aware you're dreaming, offer even deeper access. In this state, you can intentionally communicate with your alternate selves, ask questions, and receive insights. Jung would call this a direct dialogue with the self, the full expression of your psyche. Keep a dream journal. Pay attention to recurring symbols. Your dreams may be more than stories. They may be glimpses into your multidimensional soul. 4. feeling out of place, a psyche in transition. Jung spoke often of psychic disorientation, that feeling when one's inner world no longer matches their outer reality. This often signals a spiritual shift or transformation. Have you felt lately that your life no longer fits you? That something deeper is calling, but you can't quite name it? This is not confusion. It's your soul reaching beyond this timeline, feeling the pull of another path, another version of you who already followed their deeper calling. This disconnect often arises when we're ready to evolve, to leap into a reality that more fully expresses our essence. Jung saw this as the work of the self, inviting us to become whole by integrating the unknown parts of who we are. Don't resist this discomfort. It's a sacred sign that change is near, and you're already bridging timelines. 5. Sudden identity shifts. Archetypes coming alive. Jung described the psyche as a house filled with rooms, each one representing an archetype, a universal energy pattern. At different stages of life, different archetypes emerge. The sage, the lover, the warrior, the healer. Sometimes these shifts happen overnight. You begin thinking differently. Your values change. You feel like a new person. What if that's not just psychological growth, but emerge with a parallel version of you who's already awakened those archetypes? Sudden shifts in desires, behaviors, or emotions could be your soul integrating experiences from another timeline. This is multidimensional individuation, not just becoming whole in this life, but across realities. Welcome the new version of you. They may be the bridge to your greatest potential. 6. Intuition, the voice of your multidimensional self. Jung trusted intuition deeply. He viewed it as one of the core psychological functions, equal to thinking, feeling, and sensing. But what if intuition is more than a gut feeling? What if it's your other self, the one who's already walked this path, sending you guidance? You felt it, that strong urge to say yes, even when logic says no. That knowing something is right before you can explain why. That's not fantasy, that's a transmission from the self, or perhaps another self. When you align with your intuition, you align with your parallel version's wisdom, accessing timelines that vibrate at higher frequencies of peace, power, and purpose. 7. Emotional surges and energetic echoes, feeling across timelines. Jung believed the psyche exists on multiple levels: personal, collective, and transpersonal. That's why sometimes we feel emotions that aren't ours, or not just ours. Have you experienced a sudden wave of sadness, joy, or inspiration that didn't match your day? These may be emotional echoes, energy transmissions from your alternate self. Perhaps a version of you just fell in love or faced a challenge, and somehow you feel it. This resonance is the psyche stretching across dimensions. These feelings are not random, they're information. Pause, breathe, ask, what is this emotion inviting me to see or shift? How to align with your highest timeline. Carl Jung believed that true healing and fulfillment come from embracing the totality of who we are, even the parts we've forgotten or never known. To align with your parallel self, you must live with intention, attention, and attunement. Here's how. Meditate daily. Connect with your inner self and invite alternate versions to share their wisdom. Journal your thoughts and dreams. Look for patterns and messages. Live consciously. Act, speak, and think as the version of you who already lives with purpose. Honor synchronicity. Treat it as sacred guidance. Embody gratitude. It raises your frequency and draws in aligned timelines. Trust your intuition. It knows more than logic ever will. You are not imagining the signs. You are remembering them. You are returning to your true self, the one who exists across dimensions. The journey forward. You are infinite. You are evolving across many layers of reality. And the more you listen, the more you align. Every time you follow a nudge, honor a dream, or trust the mystery, you step closer to the version of you who already lives in wholeness. As Carl Jung once said, who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. You're awakening now, not just within one life, but across many. If this message resonated, take a step into your higher timeline. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more Jungian and multidimensional insights, and comment below. What signs have you received from your other selves? Let's explore this beautiful mystery together, because the real you, the full you, has been here all along, waiting for you to remember.